Most people read Sur Moomal Rano as a tragic love story. But is it just a romantic tragedy Bhitai creates in his poetry? Or is there a deeper meaning of love, longing, and inner transformation hidden behind the passionate melodrama? Welcome back. I'm Dr. Sahar Gul with Sur Moomal Rano today. In this sur, I would like to take you beyond the popular narrative that is sung by Bhitai. Based on my research, I would say that Bhitai asks very radical questions in this sur. For example, he asks, what does love do to the human soul? Bhitai asks, why and how does Moomal become greater in loss than in love? And how does Rano, which is the male character in the sur, why does Rano, or how does Rano emerge not only as a lover but as a figure of dignity, grace, restraint, and moral strength? After carefully reading the complete sur from beginning to end, I have identified 6 major themes that tell us the complete philosophical and emotional structure of the sur, Moomal Rano. I am going to walk you through these 6 themes one by one to discover that Sur Moomal Rano is Bhitai's exploration of yearning, illusion, fidelity, anguish, and self-knowledge, culminating at high quality inner transformation of a being and soul at the same time. So the first theme, it is about fascination of Rano that takes us into the world of Kak Mahal, that is the unique palace of Moomal. The questions are in this, the first dastan, initial dastan, that why does labyrinths of the palace of Kak are magical, and why were men willing to risk everything for a glimpse of Moomal, of the palace? What was in her beauty that did unsettle the kings, humble the scholars, and bewilder the saints? Bhitai begins with the charm of the palace and the feminine charisma of the woman who was named as Moomal, that means beautiful. Her temptations and magical mysteries in her persona that pull everyone to the palace. And Bhitai says, Gujjara ke gajmelaju taran me tabru. Gujjara ke gajmelaju taran me tabru. Hane hakiman ke zor bhariu zabru. Kaak kandhiya kabru paso par dehinju. So see how Bhitai portrays Moomal. She's Gujjar of Gajmel. Bhitai portrays that Moomal and her devotee lovers. He says Moomal is not just as a passive beauty. Her eyes carry hatchets like weapons. Kings, nobles, saints, scholars, and travelers have all of them have fallen before her. So they are dead now, and they have graves over there at the bank of a river, at the foot of the palace. You tell me, what kind of beauty is this that turns the devotees into dead men? In another bit, Bhitai says, Moomal amare meera ahir inke आखिरी. सोढ़िए घना सजाया पढ़ा पढ़त पीर हणे तन के तीर मण्यो जन मथन में. So Bhitai says that Moomal's beauty captivates kings, hunters, holy men, and she chooses the men with brain. Actually, she hardly regards ordinary men. She chooses the men with brain. In fact, the more powerful and distinguished person is, the more likely they seem to fall under this spell. Bhitai says, Halo halo kakatadiye jite niyo chhal naka jhalla na pala sabko pase piriye ke. I mean, this bath is what narrated by Rano in this sur. Halo halo kakatadiye jite niyo chhal naka jhalla na pala sabko pase piriye ke. Halo halo kakatadiye jite gharje niya naka raat na niya sabko pase piriye ke. So let's go to the Kak Mahal, they say. And then Bhitai portrays a multifaceted and panoramic beauty, not only because the woman is there and she's beautiful, she's definitely there and beautiful, but because of love also that overflows in the palace. And then there's audience with the beloved Moomal as well. So this is the first theme that I elaborated. The next theme is that Moomal's love, and she has guilt, and there's a misunderstanding between her and Rano, and then Rano has left her, and she's into guilt. She's a woman of charm, and she had coquetries, she had pride, and suddenly she is struck by longing and desolation of Kak Mahal. In this theme, the center of the sur shifts completely. Now Bhitai reverses their story. The one who wounded others finally wounded herself. And Bhitai says, Gujjar ghana ghaya, pana lagus ghav. Gujjar ghana ghaya, pana lagus ghav. Mendre mulao lagus kaan kapar mein. Moomal had wounded many hearts with the arrows of love. Now the same arrow strikes her own heart. The woman, the enchantress herself, becomes the sufferer. So the one who tested others is now tested herself by grief. Moomal says, Jedyu mujhe jiasi rane rin kayo, kalab kaak kandhan mein purza thi payo, bujha bahar vayo, hiyano handana gahi. She says, my friend's Rano has devastated my life, and she feels that her being has shattered into pieces. Her body remains in the palace of Kak, but her heart has departed with the lover, with the beloved. That's Rano. So this is one of Pitai's most recurring ideas into the sur. Separation is not geographical. Separation is existential. You will see this theme and this idea into other surs as well. Bitai says, Kak kadi vana jalya jale munji jaan. Rakhe काम कणक्यो मारिस्ते हैं गुमान थी जियां मंज जहान सिगो मोटज supreme. So notice what happens next. The tragedy is no longer described as Rano's departure. The tragedy is described as a suspicion that Rano had a suspicion against her. One assumption destroys an entire world of love. Moomal repeatedly returns to the same point. Rano left because of misunderstanding. So the real enemy of love is not the distance or a lack of proximity. The real enemy of love is doubt or suspicion. She says, Aun tane sudhi tunji, mu tanoi tum. So kiya saryo mu jo sarti kehna saryo. Now how I tolerated what no one could tolerate. So what is remarkable is that she does not respond with anger. She accepts the blame. She accepts the criticism. She even turns Rano's, reproach into, form of devotion. The humility becomes one of the most powerful dimensions of her character. So this is Moomal.